Probably means they've rotated off. In fact, it's just a re-aggression through hookah.
Yeah, these players coming out with 15 seconds left. Addy's able to take himself a double, and Fisker's still here to try and run the clock down, but Redgar and Nats show up just in time. 2 seconds left as the spike goes down, but now they're in trouble. Neth, 1 versus... Never mind. That was a little bit of an awkward fight. I end up buying the whole pack 1 by 1. It'll be a Reaver Vandal situation all over again. Well, with a minute left on the clock, Crazy Raccoon's just tucking in. They know exactly what Gambit like to do. They're aware of the slow play. They haven't managed to get Nats in. This is spotted by Addy. He knows that he's about to take a fight, but he's taken down by a wide swing out of Nats. A quick kill and possibly an upgrade in a moment. This could get a little bit dangerous.
The control he has makes things a little bit awkward. Rotation already coming through. Nice work from Nef, though. The blast back in. The aftershock, I think, of his teammate actually going to hold him back a little bit longer. And it's a shaky fight, but they're on the defuse. Nats is going to have to go running through his own utility just to try and get that a little bit closer, and he will be sectioned off. It's left all onto Shados, and he doesn't stand a chance. A great start. That's what you're going for. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we'll start it slow. We'll start it slow. Nats taken down right away. Munchkin is getting away with a lot here before Defo eventually takes him down and puts Gambit with the man advantage. You'll notice that a lot of the time when a fight like that comes in, you've got 2 picks. This is where teams really huddle up. They start to move towards the site. But again, this is the team that we're looking at. Gambit,
it's not 20-second
slow
mark,
and steady. There's 45 seconds left. That's basically the buy time.
Yeah, they got ages to play with. Now, Bazzy's in a decent spot. He has a fair amount of utility to try and slow them down, but he almost has to act, I was going to say, as a Sentinel. Instead, he's been instantly removed, and the remaining 2 players are still to rotate. Okay, sure, maybe the paint shells can do a little bit to try and do some damage, but forcing them back isn't going to do too much unless they can find themselves a pick here, and all the angles are covered. Neth still manages to find a pick, though, but the blast pack doesn't grant him anymore. Defo with a triple, 1 HP for Redgar.
One of the other things when you look at Crazy Raccoons, the abilities, or the agents rather, that they're coming in with, it's effectively, as we were talking about earlier, kind of a triple duelist lineup. Sure, yeah, you'll look at Skye in a lot of these lineups and think she can, in situations, but they're TPing. It's a big fake, and it looks like Crazy Raccoons have fallen for it, rotating the majority of their forces, leaving just Addy up here in the corner, and the Sheriff, sadly, not enough to get it done. Quick rotation has come in with Bazzy wanting to get some damage in. But I don't think he's going to really have the opportunity. Guardian in hand. He wants to get back towards his teammates and help them entry. The fault line does it. Oh no, it caught Munchkin! Oh, that's the worst case scenario, really. That is an unfortunate run. At least it wasn't a full buy.
The one with the most valuable weapon they had. It was also a bit of an odd cosmic divide. Like we saw that go through to almost just section things off from the defense, but they did it once.
Going to pop another flash, which blinds the player towards the back, and here comes the execute.
Yeah, they've used a cosmic divide of their own. This one always makes me a little bit uncomfortable because you can pop flash through it, but every single timing peak was perfect. And of course, Nats, the man just doesn't miss. He's just wiping them all down. It's very individualistic, though, from Crazy Raccoon. 1 by 1, they peek into this man, and no surprise, 1 by 1, they fall. Okay, Redgar didn't expect anybody to be that far behind at that stage.
An ambitious flank play for sure. I have to say, when you look at Gambit's play in the early round, that round right there, I mean, it's just so nice, man. You see Shados flashing into bat the first time, sections it off, knows, okay, next 20 seconds or so, there's not really going to be anyone pushing through. Then goes for a second flash. That blinds up Neth, so they know he's in there. Cosmic Divide down, they rush in, they take Neth down, and then that's when you see the other player try to come through to trade his teammate, but Nats is just on a swivel, taking that kill as well. I mean, obviously they're getting out of here with at least 2. Let's see if it's all 3. Bazzy doing quite a bit of damage on that one, but ultimately, having already given Gambit 5 rounds, the economy is going to be the least of their concern.
On to this one, 25 seconds. This is time for Gambit to get it going, and they're going to make their move in towards A.
All the ultis are on B. Rolling Thunder, Showstopper. These could help to stop the push at the 15-second mark. The problem is, they're nowhere nearby, and as they get into position, Rolling Thunder, that could actually cancel it. It will. 9 seconds now as they go for it. All Crazy Raccoons need to do is stop the plant, but they can't get in there in time, and now it is just an absolute slaughter for Gambit, picking up a 6th round. We're gonna win, so they can't be mad at me, all right?
I do not condone that
Take
message.
the good with the bad.
They need to go back to their champion of Rivington. Nice shot though. Okay, Bazzy, Munchkin finding a couple. Shados at least available on the trade, and the showstopper, it's finally been popped and it's been put to good use.
It took us 8 rounds, but we got there in the 9th, and Munchkin is just 1 away from Bladestorm, plus he's managed to recover that rifle. This is looking like a fantastic round and a potential bounce back for a Crazy Raccoons that otherwise have just been dominated at every single turn. Redgar quickly takes down Addy. Those Astras being spotted out up close, but this is Chronicle's moment to shine. The flash on its way over. He has been spotted on the backside. Great information to play with, but Crazy Raccoons are falling left, right, and center. Redgar, the last man alive. Post-plant stars are down. Munchkin won't be able to get this defuse in right away. He has to try to bait him into open combat. Another tap necessary. The clock now running low. Halfway diffused as he comes off it. Redgar, oh, he's got the flank, a near miss. But a win, once again, for Gambit. 8 on the board, and there just seems to be no...
Get a little bit dicey, a little bit shaky. They just recover like it's absolutely nothing. So, yeah, that is unfortunate. And, well, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better at this point. Now, they don't have the paint shells. This is what they previously used for denial, but Bazzy has been able to catch out one.
He most certainly has. An opportunity yet again, an open door to potentially walk on through, but it's been tough. Gambit constantly winning out in these post plans regardless of the disadvantage. Now a hero is needed. Munchkin sideswipe, 27 HP. The operator comes out now. The Bladestorm has been popped. Plenty of options for him there, but as Addy falls, the numbers start to thin out yet again on that defensive side. The time not in their favor. They have to make their way forward. Shock darts are on the way. A flash in. The Bladestorm, but he's blinded up. There'll be no defuse today. Gambit push up to a 9th. How do they keep getting away with these rounds, Tom?
For it the entire time, like literally watching that angle for the full retake, and still ends up getting killed just in pure panic after the flash comes through. He's not even looking at him. Oh, that is just heartbreaking. And Shados in those clutch situations, he divide thrown down. It seems like a bit of a ruse. Munchkin doesn't even know. And, oh dear, Nance's awareness is enough. Good flash through. Fiska's found one. The remaining 2 players on this side, though, they're facing off against the fake. The rest of the players are just walking into B. It's like, guys, I've killed Nats. Oh, there's no spike here.
Planted B, yeah. And I mean, that's one of the problems, man. You know, a normal team's fake is like, hey, go make a little bit of noise, maybe get a kill. And Nats is like,
put your screen up.
Oh,
okay.
What? Bazzy's taking Defo down through the wall. Okay, it's a 1 versus 2. He's got a Rolling Thunder. Unlikely to deploy it right here, but it's so close to the end of the game at the same time. He stepped out.
That
last pulse
aftershock
giving
as
him
well.
away.
This time doesn't have his operator in hand, leading the charge and going through the screen. They're just so unaware of these peaks. What is that from Redgar? Just takes off 3 heads as they attempt to get back into the site. They're going to try and push through. Defo's already waiting. It's a Prime Gaming Flawless to close out the half. A dear lord.
When it comes to some of these plays from Gambit, their structure in the first 5, 6, 7 rounds were fantastic, but at a certain point, you kind of have to look at players like Redgar pulling out these 3Ks and go, well, I reckon that's why they're winning, as they are on fire right now.
Let's go!
Alrighty. Not quite the reference I was expecting out of you, Tom, but, you know, to each their own. Redgar opening this one up, and I think we start to get the violins out if it continues this way. Nats is up close at his poison orb, waiting for them to barrel on through. Now, of course, you have to be careful of the sky flash popping on in, and that's why Nats takes his orb away before they can. But he's dropped down right away. A fight ensues on the site. Shados being pushed down and executed. Munchkin has opened up so much space for Crazy Raccoons, but they need someone to follow up on it. They need a hero in this round to keep them alive. There was an Astra Star on the side, a pull, and dash out Redgar, lining him up, and he can't finish him off. Oh, the whip comes in at the wrong moment. Fisker has to clutch, and he can't. It's 12-1.
Yeah, like even when rounds have been close, there's been clutches out from Gambit every single time, but we'll see what they can do here. Of course, we've got a decent investment coming through for Crazy Raccoon. They've got to try and win this round, even though there's a lot more invested on the other side than you'd normally expect. Nats is actually going to play within his poison orb. The flash is so perfect! Straight through. Neth didn't even know what hit him, and he's even going to trade his own life, the martyrdom, to give them the man advantage further into this round.
This is not feeling good at all for Crazy Raccoons. They're at a man disadvantage moving in towards this site with pistols and a marshal. The first is taken down and the second follows swiftly. I think it's safe to say that this is Gambit's map. This is not a map that you want to be messing with the CIS squad on. And the Japanese side have learned that the hard way.
Yeah, it's not been great. 13-1. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the most dominant map we've seen in this entire tournament so far, and I don't think it's been particularly close. That is an easy victory for the side of Gambit.
To make that comeback happen. Look at this dash in towards the A side. Lots of presence being made. Munchkin taken down by a quick right click. That's suboptimal to say the least. Neth is now trapped up above. No way out, so the flash comes in to help him. Looks like he's going to stick in position. Holding it down with his teammates. The wall to his back keeps him safe as the rest of Gambit looks to push in. The picks just keep on coming their way. They turn their attention upwards, and that's when Neth falls. And the post plant, well, there's not nearly enough time to run down that clock. I mean, Addy would need, well, firstly, to hit his lineups, and secondly, he would need to actually have a little bit less time left on the clock. That is unfortunate. We are 1-0 now.
Well, they got themselves a plan. That's about the only positive I have for this one, because the retake was really clean. It just looked like, again, a lot of the players just didn't look like they knew the positions they needed to be, maybe a little bit of information. Because the rotation is now starting to swing that way.
Here comes the wall. Easy clap for Gambit on the back site. Nats is now in trouble, but Redgar steps up to help out, and this is just looking like another flawless round. A Prime Gaming flawless out of Gambit, 2 in a row. Still not looking too healthy. Plant comes in. Now we're going to look at the post plant and see if they can manage to keep these weaker weapons at range. How is Shados away with 2? He's moving towards the side. His teammates rallying to help. Low HP on Bazzi. A clean kill onto Death. And it's only 20 health on a Sova. No chance for those post plants to work out. In fact, a clean defuse and a third round for Gambit with 3 players left alive. Free upgrades everywhere. This couldn't get any worse for the attackers.
The thing is, I started off this round thinking it's really interesting to me that Redgar's playing Sage and playing the role of someone who's playing Reyna. Like, I'm going to go for a really aggressive... Shows how much faith they have in this player, and they're starting to look to swing back in. They do take down Defo, though. That's an excellent start.
Oh, they've all been spotted here. It's time to push on forward. Shados good for the first. The spray almost fully connects for Chronicle. They're starting to really lose the manpower that they had before. Neth on the flank, not able to get anything done. And with only Addy left, he's got 2 opponents to take down, a ghost in hand, just not the weaponry he needed. Utility will be enough to keep Crazy Raccoon back, but it isn't. They've pushed into the site, they've got the control, and as they look for the plant, they lose Munchkin right away.
Watching for the flank, but Redgar with the instant headshot makes this look like a already fleeting position, and now Net's the only one standing. At least he's denied them another flawless round, but the fact is, it's 5-0, and Gambit are making this look.
Storm missing the first couple. In fact, I think he's running pretty low on knives at this point, just the 3 to work with, but there's the connection. Chronicle down. A little more going to be sought after as he starts to really creep up and catch them off guard, but no, the shot doesn't land. Shados survives, but he can't get the kill to heal on up. Great damage done by Munchkin for the round that's in it. Crazy Raccoon have spike, plant, and man advantage.
Damn, through the wall. So he's aiming away just to make sure it's not legit, but no, never mind. We're going to have the push coming back in. There are still weaker weapons.
Oh, he's killed his teammate!
Oh no, he's picked up one of his own, but Bazzi is still standing, trying to do work with the Marshal. It's left all onto Ade. He's got his utility landing. He's trying to slow them down. Nats has actually run out of bullets, and he has to go for the repeak, but they're just sticking this all the way through, and he can't quite land the shot. It's so close. The direction with the fact that we've already got the Viper's Pit locking out B, but there you go. Defo's been taken out. Munchkin stepping up with the operator. He's instantly Redgar. Okay, that might be a little bit of an ego peak, but I guess with the teammates he's got behind him, he's still feeling confident.
Just going straight in for it, man, on top of the rope. That's ridiculous, but yeah, you saw them. They're reclining, they're relaxing. This is a team that feels confident and a scary opponent to try and take on. The kill onto Ade means that the Viper's Pit is going to be dropped. There's the fall down by Shados. Easy kill, last player spotted. Weapon out, ready to take the fight. And it is clean as can be. Gambit.
These guys And then it just becomes a match I don't want to watch anymore because it feels mean.
Oh! He's just spray transferred as they try to walk through a choke point. Oh god, he's gonna put a snake bite down as the wall breaks. He can hold the angle right after, no problem. Flash doesn't even catch him. They're like, oh, don't worry, no one's holding close anymore. Flash didn't see him. Oh yep, he's still here. Nats is tucked in the corner, waiting to take the kills. Fisker's gonna go into. Oh, he's even trying to wall bang him. Okay, that's an ambitious play. They baited him in with the second player spraying. It's a 4K already for Nats. Absolutely farming. Chronicle, don't kill. Oh, come on, guys, give him the ace. 8-0.
Some extra credits.
A little bit of extra credits, have they, Tom? At 8-0, they've got a few extra credits to play with. Yep.
They have a
in case they do lose a couple of players.
You know, they're saving it for a rainy day, for a snowy day.
Hey, look, the comeback's always possible. Played before, but last time he didn't pursue it. He didn't start to push down middle alongside the drone. Now he is looking to catch that flank. The confidence has boosted up, and exactly as you said, they had the crossfire. They've lost Munchkin, though. Is this where they start to reposition, where a player starts to move? Yes, it is, and that's the spike. shahzam spots a second player, and he is hungry to take him down, trading out his teammate and eliminating Neth. A 3v2 develops. The spike is down in mid, and it doesn't get much worse than this, Tom.
Yeah, they're not even going to fight for it. You can see all the utility that's having to be used by Crazy Raccoon just to try and get this back. But the problem is, I actually don't mind the Seekers, because they don't know where they are anymore. They don't have a clue as to where the remaining players are. The only problem is each Seeker's going to go in a different direction as they go running into the B side. They didn't see one go directly to B, so I wonder if this has almost sold them a bit of a false positive, because you now have one player patiently waiting. In fact, the rest rotating to support them as well.
Oh, I don't want to see this. They're lined up to spray it.
He baits it.
Well, Defo's playing with the Blade Storm, waiting for that peek. That's just disgusting. Absolutely filthy out of Gambit. And it just gets to the point where you're like, what? 9-0! Chronicle's gone down, though. That kill would have been so valuable in the early round. This is an opening for Crazy Raccoon to get in there, running out of those knives. Redgar's having a tough enough time. Forced into the reload and taken down. At last, we're actually seeing Crazy Raccoon get on the site, but have I jinxed it? Have I ruined it? It looks like shahzam is here to fight. Arena up on top, spots Neth down below, drops him and peeks out for more. Everybody's tickled up over on that attacking side. Crazy Raccoon have so much to do. The recon, not quite going to reveal Defo, but it does force him back, and they can actually get the plant now. Munchkin getting rid of his knives there. Unfortunately, no target connected, but he has got the Vandal to play with.
He's in a decent spot. I don't know if they'd expect him to be this close. The peek comes through and he has to give it away. Now his teammate's desperately low, but it's a fairly even playing field at the moment. The best chance we've seen from Crazy Raccoon, and Munchkin is actually going to take some ground, try and sneak his way through. He's already found himself one. It's left all onto Nats, potentially ending the chance for that 13-0, and they will get a round on the board. It is Crazy Raccoon, just 8 rounds behind now.
It's Redgar up close. The rest supporting from further back. They're not going to check it at all.
Oh, they did!
Fisker, Skyer, not is able to get that one done. But now they deal with Nats. Shock Dart, Snake Bites. He's got 2 HP left, and he's still going out to fight. This man just doesn't give up. Popping in the Viper's Pit to keep them at bay at least a little longer. The Shock Dart could have taken him down, but it won't. Not this time around, and now any notion of going towards the B site pretty much fades.
Oh no, they have Defo holding onto the cross as well alongside Chronicle, so at this point there isn't really anywhere for them to go. Just in case they've somehow crossed. I think he's actually switched and they'll see the smokes, but there's a gap in it. There's a big gap in it for him to try and base into. They're going to try and peek versus Chronicle, and hey, they get the trade, putting it into at least a winnable position, but he's just so damn fast. Defo is going to put it down to kyedae. Now his counter Viper has 2 HP, but he's also Nats. And he's a bit of a rat.
He's inside a Viper's Pit, which is the worst part about this. He's holding that close angle as he walks on through. The steps are being made. 10 seconds left. He's got to run, and he will be taken down. 11. But here on Icebox,
not so much. Yeah, I think on other maps within the pool, maybe, but I think in this scenario, it didn't matter what side of what map or in any spot. It just looks like they're completely outclassing their opponents, and they've already kicked it off in the pistol, Mitch.
Yes, they have. Picking up the opening, deleting Munchkin, and then slowing it down.
He has a Sheriff and Shields. They've got a raid
dropped
boss
him
Nats.
over. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Or
with
did
the
he
way
get it from Munchkin? He might
No. Oh, sorry, he's actually on Munchkin's body, so maybe he did.
Maybe
he might
he
have. Either way,
yoinked it.
he is destroying them with it. Coming in with big damage onto Fisker, left on 45. Snake bites and shock darts on the way. Look how quickly they make that decision. That's not a lineup. That's not a position you commonly put your snake bite shock dart down in. They just quickly are like, yo, let's hit him with the util now. Force him into a fight. They make these calls so quickly. Their comms must be clean. I'll tell you what, their aim certainly is.
Good observation, Mitchell. Now, we're going to see if they can get anything in this round. A single kill. Some might be looking at this as a potential.
30 seconds left.
Do you know what?
Spike planted.
I do indeed. And it is
There you
indeed.
go.
A Prime Gaming flawless coming out of Gambit. 12-1 they go. And at this...
Clear the angle of Chronicle. And if he does he decide to kill him?
Oh, Munchkin. He's sad back. Waiting for an opportunity, and there it is. Nats taken down on the post plan. Chronicle, quick to trade. It's there just in time to save his teammate's life. The defuse tap. They have to go out and make sure that it's not coming in. Those post plan lineups not here. And a quick spray down to close it out. 13-1, back to back. And there is no doubt that Gambit have come to Masters 3 on form.
Yeah, Jesus. I genuinely...